that if you miss anything or you want to go back. So again, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and type them in the chat box and we will get started. Okay, so by announcements, we have a new principal. Miss Isaac will be our principal this year, and she'll be introduced later once we get going along. As I said, I'm Mr. Butler, and this is Mr. Bruner. Our counselors are Miss Ellis, if your last name begins with letter A through I, and Miss Wiley, if your last name letters begin with J to Z. Counselors are going to be real important this year because if you have any issues with classes, scheduling, or just any other issues as we go through this online learning, they're going to be a great reference and resource for you to use to get that extra help. As well as, and we're going to talk about it more, but Mr. Bruner and myself will be always available. We answer our phone all the time, check our email. So at any time, if you ever have any issue, don't hesitate to reach out.
Okay, introduce you to our support staff. In middle school, you guys that
let's turn yours down. Turn your sound down.
Just a minute, sorry about this, you guys.
Is that better? Okay. So if we go back to our support staff, you guys are used to Mr. Josh Gordon. Here, we are in the process of hiring a new practice coordinator. So you guys meet that person relatively soon. Our school resource officer is Officer Shane. Our further youth assistance worker is Ms. Hanson. You guys may well know Ms. Kelly is a social worker, but she's a social worker here at the high school as well. And our school psychologist is Amy Houghton. Several things you should do in ninth grade. Attend school every day at one time. That's just one priority you should make sure you do at all times. Learn about your graduation requirements, being in touch with your counselor. Mr. Butler will go that shortly to tell you some of the things you need to be focused on in ninth grade. Find out about school activities and get involved. Begin tracking high school progress. Taking ownership of your academics. And study hard to advantage the support that we have to offer.
And I think the key here, everybody, is right now everyone starts with a clean slate. Doesn't matter what grades you got in the middle school. From here on out, all this is important. Every class counts because this is your graduation certificate, your high school diploma. So regardless of what you did in the middle school, if you didn't do well, hey, that's done. Now you got the opportunity to make great changes and do really well. We're going to talk about attendance, and in a second here, we'll have a slide that'll talk about our schedule for online if you haven't seen it already. But it's real important that you are at those classes, that you log in a few minutes before, that you're ready with your supplies, that you have an area in your house where you have the ability to write, be comfortable, to be able to see the teachers can see you, and that you are there every single day, because it's going to be difficult. We're not going to lie to you. Online learning isn't the greatest thing in the world, but the teachers are working very hard to make sure that they have lessons that are going to hit every one of you. But it's really important that you come to the table ready to go. The last part is office hours. On Friday, every teacher will have drop-in office hours where if you need extra help or you have questions, that's when you have that opportunity to go get that extra help. The other thing is, and we will continue to say this, is really make use of your email. You should be checking that email every day. Now, I have a high school daughter. I know she doesn't like to check it, but with this semester being online, it's really important that you're checking it. And when you have questions for your teacher, let's say it's 12:30 in the morning and a question pops into your mind, send it to the teacher so that you can get that answer. Okay, so here's our schedule. Each day, we want you guys up, having breakfast, and then we want you checking your email, making sure you're on task for those days' assignments. From 8:30 to 9:15, we are going to have what's called brain and body activation. We will be sending out resources, different activities, different ideas for you to stay active, to stay moving with both physically and mentally. And then from 9:15 to 10, it's called asynchronous work, but that is when it's your work time. So for example, a teacher had given you math problems. You can be working on those. If you have a test in the coming up class, that's that time where, hey, now I get that extra studying in. So each day at 10 a.m., you will go to your classes. So it's a block schedule. So as you see, on Mondays and Wednesdays, you will go to first hour at 10 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays, second hour, and then 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, you have third hour, Tuesdays and Thursdays, fifth hour. Then, just like regular school, you're going to have a half hour for lunch from 12 to 12:30, and then 12:30 to 1 on Mondays and Wednesdays is independent reading time. Teachers are going to be providing you different things to read, but if you have your own stuff that you're interested in, whatever it is, maybe a magazine of something that you're interested in, Sports Illustrated, gaming, things like that. We want you reading. Just let your brain enjoy some reading. And then from 1 to 2, you will have sixth hour on Wednesdays or Mondays and Wednesdays, and seventh hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays. After that, you will have that asynchronous time on Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's that time for you to do your homework. And then also on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we split that up with some independent reading. Go ahead.
Okay, so how do I earn a diploma? First of all, pass all required classes and earn 24 credits. You guys are in the high school where every class counts. Each class is worth half a credit. So if you take 6 classes, for example, in the first semester, and you pass all 6 classes, you have a total of 3 credits. If you pass 6 in the second semester, you have a total of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24. That means you have to pass all your classes, have 24 credits. At the end of your year, you graduate with a diploma from Ferndale High School. So, going over some graduation requirements. English, you have 4 credits required. So English, you guys have a 9th grade, semester 1, semester 2. Mathematics, freshman year, you'll be taking Algebra 1, first semester, Algebra 1, second semester, 4 credits again. Science, 3 total credits. Social Studies, 3 total credits. Again, each class only will have 3 total credits. I mean, you have to have 6 classes. You might want to turn it on.
I can't.
Okay. All right. You go ahead, pick up with physical education.
Okay. So then phys ed, you have a half a credit, so that's 1 semester. In visual applied and performing arts, you have 1 year, so 1 credit, so a class each semester. World language, 2 credits, that's Spanish. Computers and online learning experience is half a credit. And then the remaining of your credits are electives, and that's 5.5 credits. So when you add those all up, that's 24. So a typical freshman schedule will look like this. You'll have English 9, Algebra 1, Physics first, US History, then you'll have your 2 electives, and then we also have our Impact Hour. And that is, as we said, it's twice a week. And those are during that time, we work on social emotional learning, we do some tutoring, we do some target time. There's a whole curriculum set there to help you adjust to high school, as well as get some extra help.
Okay, warning. If you do not have the necessary credits by the end of each school year, you will need to make sure you follow with your council, develop a plan to obtain the lost credits. So again, we cannot say this enough. Do the very best you can. Do not wait for the last minute if you feel like you need help and support. You have your counselor, you have your teachers, you have Mr. Butler and Ms. Isaac as well. So if you see that things are getting tough or you're having a hard time keeping up, please reach out because we have ways to help you and support you so that you don't get to crunch time when you're trying to pass classes and you got that undue stress. Particularly your freshman year, it's a very pivotal year for you guys. You may make the transition from middle school to high school where everything you do counts. It counts. So if you fail math class in 9th grade, give an example, you have to make that class for some long time. So do we take a lesson away? Do you go to summer school? So these are positions you want to put yourself in. You want to have your summers free. You want to be able to pick the lessons that excite you, make you happy. Go ahead.
Okay, staying on track. That's checking in regularly with your counselor, keeping track of the classes you have passed and graduation requirements, keeping track of your credits. The big one is just pass all your classes. If you show up every day, you're to class on time and you're working hard, it's nearly impossible to fail a class. We have so much support. All of the teachers are here for you, especially now with this online learning platform this semester. We are going to be going out of our way to work hard to make sure you get what you need. And as Mr. Brunner said, if there's an issue, talk to one of us, email one of us, because we'll drive to your house if it's a computer issue and swap it out. We'll do whatever we can to make sure you have all the tools necessary to succeed. And like Mr. Brunner said, if unfortunately you do fail a class, the options are summer school or an additional online class. And we really don't want to get to that. So where are you going from here? Are you going to a 4-year school? Are you looking to go to a 2-year college? Trade or tech or voc school? Military or workforce? Like I said, boys and girls, this time is going to go by in a blink of an eye. You're a freshman now, but before you know it, you're going to be a senior ready to graduate. Make sure that you are working your tails off because it is worth it. Start preparing for your future today. Okay, some of the enrichment and interventions that we have, and again, we're going to be working on a lot more different options with this being the online platform. So that's why we talk about staying up to date with your email. Your teachers will be talking about them. We'll be sending information out. But we've got math and reading labs for classes. We have fit, focused instruction time, and we'll talk about that as the semester gets going on. We have our restorative practice. We are going to be offering tutoring. We still haven't figured out exactly how it's going to look. But some of the other options too we have as you look to the future, we have the early college program. This past year, we graduated two students who were in their 13th year. They not only got their high school diploma, but they also got a 2-year college certificate. They got their associate's degree. And that's an option that we have through Ferndale Schools. We have OTEC, or Oakland Technical Campus, that has tons of different trades, cosmetology, the cooking, what's that called, Mr. Brunner? What do you call cooking?
Adult?
The cooking program.
Oh, OSTC?
Yeah.
Culinary arts.
Culinary arts. We will be running PSAT and SAT prep camps. We have the Khan Academy, as well as our counselors working with you in the College and Career Center. And as you can see, we've got tons of different things. And like I said, everybody, it's going to take some adjusting as we adjust to the online platform, but we've got so many different things that we can offer. And I know that a lot of kids don't like to reach out for help. Mr. Brunner and I will be monitoring grades, attendance, and that type of thing. We'll be reaching out to you. But hey, an email, just say, hey, Mr. Butler, Mr. Brunner, can you help me with something? And we'll be on it. We'll find you the support that you need. The last one is one I really want you to look at, and that's the virtual office hours or schedule a time with a teacher. The teacher schedules are set up so that they have built-in time each day to work with students. So make sure if you're having problems that you're emailing them or talking to them during your learning time, say, hey, when can I work with you to get that extra help? Clubs, activities, and athletics. Once we do get back to school normal, we have all millions of different opportunities. At this time, we are working on different activities that we can offer. And one of the things, if you may have looked at the plan for coming back to school, is we're looking at things like pop-ups, where maybe a teacher will say, hey, if you're in the band and you want to come to Geary Park, we're going to sit social distance and we're going to perform. From the athletic standpoint and from the physical education standpoint, Mr. Garlow, Mr. Gregg, and I, and even Mr. Worko, those of you that remember him from middle school, we have already begun discussions about things that we're going to be able to do to offer you guys that physical outlet. You know, as Mr. Brunner and I can say, we both work out a lot. We're both former athletes. It's real important that we try to find some time safely that you can be doing those things. And again, we understand that if you're not comfortable coming to those pop-ups, no problem. We just want to have those out there, but I can promise you that we will be following all the government requirements and making sure that we are maintaining social distance so that we are safe when we do decide that it is the time to go into those. Lastly, remember that the administrative team and your counselors, we're here to help you and support you. So, bear with me, I'm still new to this.
You can offer Ms. Zicky and Mrs.
Yeah. So at this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Zicky or Ms. Johnstone if they could speak to something that they're pretty proud of.
All right. Hey, everybody. So I'm Mrs. Zicky. I'm in the English department at Ferndale. So I teach strategic English. And some of you will recognize me and Mrs. Johnstone from the Bridge program. So shout out to our Bridge program, guys. We miss you so much. And we're looking forward to hopefully a unique but fun time coming up here with our virtual learning. And I just want to say that I'm so impressed so far with the encounters that we've had with ninth graders. So many of you have been keeping up with IXL over the summer and really going above and beyond. We're just so excited, so proud. You have been the thing I've been bragging about in all of our teacher meetings when they say, what are you excited about for the year? This is such a great group of freshmen. Also, I just want to say too, I am going to be the AVID elective teacher. So hello to any of my future AVID kids. I've only met one or two of you so far, but I'm really, really excited. And I think that this is going to be, I think what Ferndale does great is rise to challenges. And I really think that some good will really come out of this very unique and disappointing in some ways situation. And I think we're really going to be able to pull through with it. Is Miss Johnstone on here too to say anything? I know she's been cutting in and out, so okay. Okay. Oh, I don't think she's going to be able to get on. Okay, so just thank you so much for coming on, and the faces I've seen, a few of you from the Bridge program as well. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'm do reading interventions, so if anybody has any questions, I've already seen a few names that I saw on my class list, so I'm excited to get to see all of you very soon.
Hey guys, I got my microphone to work, I think. Is it working? Awesome. Do you want me to introduce myself? Sorry, I kind of missed everything, so I'm cutting in and out here.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Ms. Johnstone, and tell a kid about your unique experiences at Ferndale High School.
Okay, awesome. Hi, I'm Miss Johnstone. I am the art teacher here at Ferndale, and I know some of you because I was your volleyball coach last year. So I see some familiar names, and I also see my Bridge kids. Hi, I miss you. I'm so excited for you to be coming to Ferndale because one thing that I really love about Ferndale is there is such a genuine care from the teachers towards the students, and I feel like when we say Ferndale family, we really mean it. So as you start your freshman year, one of the best pieces of advice that I think Mr. Henderson gave some of the Bridge kids was, don't be bashful. If you have a question, if you are interested in something, don't be shy. Ask a trusted adult, and we are we are eager to get you involved and part of the community and family.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Johnstone. So we put a couple's questions in, answers in, so I'll just read them. Football and cross country go on at the same time, so unfortunately you'd have to choose between one. Your schedules will be on MyStars Monday, the 24th, this coming Monday. So on Monday you can go in and check to see what classes you have and who your teachers are. If you have any questions, please type them into the chat room. We still have a few more minutes.
students, just for the students that's on here, if you guys usually get lunch at school, we still offer that. Have your parents, if you didn't make it up here Wednesday to get your pictures, come up here next Thursday, August 27th, between 10 and 12 o'clock to get your student IDs. Your parents can go online right now and fill out free and reduced lunch forms, because we still will be offering breakfast and lunch. So if your parents are interested in that, please tell them to go online, go on the Ferndale website and find the links. You can get that taken care of as soon as possible. We still can provide those services.
Yeah, a question was brought up about basketball. Right now, we are in phase 4 in the return to opening the state. Phase 5 is when things become less restrictive, and we're hoping that we get there soon so that we can open up our gyms, pools, and things like that. And we're just following the government's orders and doing everything we can. And that kind of goes with wrestling as well. That's a winter sport. And we're going to be, as soon as we know something, there'll be announcements and reminds and all that information sent out. So the online question, will the half credit online? No, that is a different requirement, such as the classes that Ms. Oliver offers. So even though we're in the online platform, it is not the online course. Will there be a Google Meet in everyday class? That will be up to your teachers, but most likely you will, on the days that you are meeting, it will be Google's Meet. When you have your actual scheduled time for learning, yes, it will be in Google Meets. And boys and girls, our new principal has just signed on, and I'll close my mouth and let her talk and let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name's Radhika Isaac. You can call me Miss Isaac. And I'm so excited to be here and joining Ferndale High School and meeting all of you. I'm new to the building, just like you. So we're going to sort of navigate all of this together. And I really do look forward to seeing you virtually as much as possible over the next couple of months. So I'm here and can't wait to meet all of you. Thanks, Mr. Butler.
Yep. Okay, so someone mentioned that they may have a doctor's appointment the first day of school. You would continue with our protocol in regards to absences. If you're not able to make your online, if you have something else going on and you can't be in school that day, you would simply call our attendance line and let them know that you will not be available. You have an excused doctor's appointment or whatever the case is, because there will be some form of attendance. It won't be the same as a typical school year, but there will be some form of attendance, and we'll get more into that once all these nuts and bolts things have been shaken out. But yes, if you have an appointment, you're not able to be online that particular day or at certain times, have your parents call in, call our attendance line, let us know what's going on. We'll make note of that.
And just, another way to also let your teacher know, then your teacher can probably send you the link to anything they're doing.
Someone asked to get their ID taken. So if you come on Thursday, August 27th, between 10 and 12, seniors will be here. However, if you were not here and you missed your day on Wednesday, feel free to come between 10 and 12 o'clock next Thursday. All right?
It says, can teachers choose any time of the day to have a Google Meet? They have their set schedule, as we went over earlier in that synchronous learning, but teachers may ask for different tutoring times or may say, hey, I'm having a Google Meet later in the day during that independent time for you to do extra work. So again, we're going to be doing this again at 2 o'clock. And we will be recording it and sending it out. But as we said, if there's any other questions, don't hesitate to email Mr. Bruner or myself or Ms. Isaac. As we said, boys and girls, we're going to do everything we can to help you. We understand that this is going to be difficult. but we're here for you, and we're going to do everything we can to make this as best a semester as we can.
One more piece of advice, you guys. I know your sleep time patterns are, you going to bed at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So school is going to start, like you guys a little bit over a week away. Start creating those healthy habits right now. Like, have fun this weekend, party, have some fun. Next Monday, I would try to start getting back into my regular routine of sleeping pattern, because we're going to be, Mr. Butler and I may call you at 8 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, how's it going? Like, this is kind of what we do. We want to make sure you guys are up, energetic, and ready to go. Offer any support we can. We call in parents. If we see not in online, we call in mom and dad, like, hey, what's going on? Do we need to make a visit? That's how interactive Mr. Butler. We'll come with the mask and everything. We'll stand 6 feet away, no problem. But we want to give you that opportunity to start. You're in high school now, guys. Independence and responsibility at its truest form, right before you get to college. So take a hold of that. Let's be responsible. Let's start getting to bed early on time. Let's start getting up early in the morning, ready to go, get some work done, and be active, energetic. Anything we can do to help you with that is simply, like Mr. Butler said, Ms. Isaac said, you simply let us know, email, call, text. We don't care. Communicate. That's the key. Communicate. We'll do everything for you.
A couple other questions just came up. Chromebooks are still available. They're here today till 4 o'clock, as well as Monday. Your teachers will let you know what supplies there are, but I really doubt there'll be a lot. You'll be doing most of your stuff through Google Classroom, Google Meets. Chromebooks are there. Classes will start the 31st, so that's Monday the 31st, so a week from this coming Monday. All right, well, again, welcome to Ferndale High School, Eagles. We can't wait to have you online, but even more so, we can't wait to see you in person. Again, any questions, feel free to shoot one of us an email, like Mr. Bruner said, and we'll get right on it.
Deacon, come up here next Thursday between 10 and 12 o'clock, August 27th. We'll get your ID taken, get your pictures taken.
Okay, with that, welcome again. See you, Eagles.